Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on the 3rd of September 2013. This video was shot from the 2nd of September, and it just shows, well, our stovepipe tornado that developed, just north of Tokyo in the Saitama area, still on the Kanto Plain, and it did damage many homes out here. About 600 buildings were damaged here on the 2nd of September. Over 60 people have been taken to the hospital due to minor injuries. No deaths have been reported. That is the good news, but a very serious storm system. But it's not just off here towards the north into the Tokyo area, which is seeing some severe weather on the 2nd, but also severe flooding also reported in much of western Japan, including Kyushu there, where you saw over about 400 millimeters of rain in a 24-hour period. And then towards the southern Japanese islands, well, tropical storm Toraji. So all three of these combined just brings all sorts of severe weather across Japan. Now, the tornado did spawn up with this stationary boundary, which is still lingering over Japan, but it's starting to lift off there towards the north, and that collided with some warmer air over the Kanto. It spawned up by daytime heating. Well, it led for this very unstable and severe weather. Good news, tornado advisories were put in place well ahead of that storm system. Bad, JMA is very liberal with their tornado advisories, so when they are put in place, they're not taken extremely seriously from what I have seen in the past. But the good news for the cleanup effort, the weather has improved there. It will start to go back downhill later on this week, and that is because we have this storm system, Tropical Storm Toraji, not expected to become a typhoon, but it's still pulling off here towards the northeast. Winds were gusting up to about 90 to 95 kilometers per hour in Okinawa Honto on Monday. Really, that was just near the coastal areas along the southwestern periphery. Now the strongest winds are shifting a little bit off there towards the north into the Amani area, and then it's going to be crashing ashore there in the Kagoshima. Now, right now, it does look like it's going to continue to rush off there towards the northeast, and that's going to bring some torrential rainfall to western Kyushu, where, like I said, staggering amounts of rain the past few days. You don't need any more showers out here. It has been flooding quite seriously. Now, given the overall background flow, the storm should continue to track here along the western periphery of our high pressure ridge centered off here towards the east. It's not going to be going anywhere very fast. I mean, here, this isn't until Thursday. It's over Kyushu, and then it starts to jet off there by Thursday into Friday. But, yeah, it is going to continue on that northeasterly projection. This is from the JTWC. They expect that to happen. We'll take a look at the GFS model outlook. They're also indicating a very similar outcome here on Tuesday, and then we scroll ahead. This is going into Tuesday night into Wednesday over Kyushu by Wednesday about noon time. And if we pull up the MSL for the same time period, you can just see that heavy amount of rainfall that is falling here across much of western Japan, and even some thunderstorms flaring up on the Pacific coast here. But really, main threat is going to be those winds coming up in from the south, pushing on shore, and that could be gusting up the tropical storm strength in itself. But the worst of weather is going to be out there and towards Kyushu, off into western portions of Honshu, and also into Shikoku before that storm dramatically gets weakened out by the mountains and jets off there towards the northeast. That's my thoughts actually as well. I do agree with this output. Now, let's take a look at JMA, because something very, very different is expected in their forecast. Now, we can see here going out through Wednesday, they do have that similar track towards the northeast, but then it stops and it makes a 90-degree angle off there towards the north, and even into the long range. Let's pull up the 5-day forecast here, because they really have it just meandering, and then eventually it starts to pull off there towards the northeast. Main reason they have this is because not because of the streamline analysis, not because of the global model outlooks, not because, well, that's generally where it should be going, but because of the JMA model, and JMA uses the JMA model. It's sad, but it's true. And I mean that not as a jab against JMA. The model is pretty decent, but only using one so particular model can sometimes be very dangerous. And this is what the JMA model shows. Wednesday, it stops and it starts to just kind of linger there, and it retrogrades back towards the west in the Thursday. If you can't see it, this is Kyushu right here, and then down here is Okinawa. So it just lingers off the southern coast of Kyushu here, and then until Friday and the Saturday, it finally gets a move on. So in this case, we would see actually a very tremendous amount of rainfall there into the Kyushu area. Actually, let's pull up and look a little bit farther there towards the north. And this is what I'm talking about. We can actually see that storm system on the southwestern periphery. Scattered showers across most of Japan. This is another look at it. The wind's really deepening there, but just off the coastline, and it lingers there. Now, this is Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday heading out, and then we look ahead, not even until Saturday. This is Friday, and it starts to move through the Tsushima Strait there, just along the western portions of Kyushu, and gets a move on by Saturday. If this was the case, still might affect my flight actually to Okinawa on Thursday, so something I want to continue to watch. But I really, truly think this is not going to be the case. I know I do say time and time again, JMA is the official agency, but using one model to write your forecast truly is not the smartest idea. Either way, by Thursday and the Friday, though, I do expect widespread showers across most of Japan. Now, the Kanto area may fare out and miss most of this, actually, because it does look like it's going to stay on the Sea of Japan side, a very similar track as Kungray, pulling that warm air from the south, so we're going to be seeing a cool down in temperatures here on Tuesday, but then it'll be warming back up by Wednesday and the Thursday, unfortunately. So yeah, also going to be cooling down a little bit if you're in Okinawa, just that cool air wrapping around the storm system. And on the horizon, I don't see anything significant for the rest of the tropics. Philippines, you've been dry and hot. It's because the tropical system's off there towards the north. It does look like the monsoon has let up for a little bit here for you. So yeah, it has been extremely dry. Afternoon pop-up thunderstorms are still possible, but yeah, similar conditions there in southeastern China. It's been rather hot. Taiwan, you needed the break from the weather, and even over towards Thailand, drier conditions have been persisting. But that is all for right now, everybody. Don't forget to go check out the website. We have plenty of new updates always being posted there. Also, Janet Stone has just recently started posting on our Facebook page, putting out some great information from the southern Japanese islands. And also, yeah, click the link down below for that video I showed you at the very start of that tornado in Saitama. So thanks for watching, everybody, and stay safe out there.